Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Tuesday morning. It's April 7th, and it is 4:30 in the a.m. I want to share something with you that I just saw on the net, and it made me laugh. I have to say, I laughed hard, and there was a father, and he was describing his two girls, and he said he has one daughter that is sensitive and compassionate, and if she were walking down the street and she saw a building on fire, she would run right in and rescue every person and animal in that building. Fair enough. And he said his other daughter would be the individual that set the fire. And the reason I laughed is I thought about my sister and I. And guess which person I identify with? And as you're guessing, I'm just going to put a few things away, like my gas can, my matches, my lighter, and my hand wraps. And I have hand wraps to tag everybody that comes out of the building that I set on fire. So now you don't even have to guess. I told you which one I am. And I need to say, I wouldn't set a building on fire. Just GP, that's general principle. I would tear said house down, brick by brick, if someone in that said dwelling was harboring the person or the individual that wronged me or my sister. See, my sister, although I have an older brother, my sister is the family that I identify as family. And my sister knows. She has to filter information that she tells me, because I'm immediately taking her by hand to point the individual out. You know, that's who I am. And that's what I do for people I love and care about. I'm not going to let you play in my face. I'm not going to let you play in a safe environment. And I damn sure ain't going to let you mess over somebody I love. And I've had many a conversation with many individuals about my sister. It starts off as conversation. Notice I said conversation, because there's been some instances in my life where we didn't even need conversation. It was on site. And those of you, if you know what on site means. And if I say on site, please believe I mean on site. And I don't care how old I get. Other thing I watched was, I don't understand this, for anyone who claims African American ancestry, I'm sorry. I may be feeding into a trope or a stereotype, but I'm old school. I know the face may fool you a little bit, but I'm old school. I don't understand gentle parenting. I watched a video where this son talked to his father like he had a tail. And then the father, being old school, decided, oh, you're at that age now where you think you can beat me. And instead of addressing the issue right then and there when it happened, he decided, oh, we're going to do something, you're a man now. So he gets out boxing gloves. And when I say that young boy really did a number on him, that young boy really did a number on him. And see, like I said, I'm old school. I was raised by a mother who did not announce her movements. The phrase is smelling yourself. When you're at that point in your life where you're smelling yourself and you decide you're going to shoot off at the lip, guess which body part gets addressed first? My mother would do what I call drive-bys. And you could be mid-sentence and get tagged. Mother did not tolerate a whole lot of nonsense. Where you acted up is where it got worked out. Please believe, you left wherever you were standing with a whole different attitude. You need to know that. And I appreciate that because I know my mother worked hard for me to have whatever it is that I had. And more often than not, I had more than most people in the neighborhood. When I tell you I grew up in the hood, I grew up in the hood. I grew up with loving parents where education was stressed. I take that back. Loving parent. Mother. Father meant well. I somewhere in his process, I know he meant well, but didn't have the wherewithal or the capacity or the teaching to move forward with what, these well wishes were. Yeah, there's some toxic traits that come with how we identify and how we proceed and move through life. And we need to be aware of these toxic traits and how they impact folks. I'm still old school. I still believe in disciplining a child. But I also believe there's a balance in how you do this. And it's important that we understand that. And for this gentle parenting stuff, baby, you can be friends later in life, but you need to teach somebody the parameters of how things operate in this world. I have family members who don't understand blackness, and I mean this in America, because whether you want to believe it or not, there's rules of survival to this stuff.